You're
That's
from
true.
Louisiana.
That's true. That's
And
true.
so you might partake in the voodoo crab cake, but for me, I'm like, no, give me some Jesus crab cakes, okay? That's what I want.
So yeah, they'd be like, as my husband's grandmother used to say, "You too heavily minded, ain't no early good on that one." Some Jesus crab cake. Oh
Like,
Jesus.
if you got name them something else. Really seasoned crab cakes, okay? But anyway, so in terms of what we're all talking about tonight, really about being in the world and not of the world, it's really about influence and influencing the environment around you and not withdrawing. A thought that just keeps popping up in my mind, and so I guess the Lord wants me to say it, was about Jesus and how he intentionally traveled through Samaria.
Yeah.
And for the Jews, they hated the Samaritans. And so for him to intentionally go through Samaria on his way to Jerusalem, it sent shockwaves to the Jews like, oh my gosh, he is going through this place where people are hated. And not only that, he stops and talks to a woman who had four different boyfriends, but her life, well, five, thank you, five different boyfriends. But as a result, her life was changed. And then she went back in town and told everybody, come see a man who's told me everything about myself. She instantly became a witness for Jesus, and the other people in the town became Christians as well. And so that's influence, right? Like going into places and spaces where we might not otherwise go, interacting with individuals that we might not otherwise interact with, so that we can influence them. We'll talk about leadership at the next podcast, but a saying that I have is leaders change the world. Leaders impact people. And as Christian witnesses, no matter what our title is, we are called to be leaders for Jesus. We are called to be on mission to show the love of Christ wherever he sends us. And that is influence. And another term would be relational evangelism, that you are to relate to the people in your close relationships, your family, relatives, your second, third, fourth cousins,
And
your
even
work
also people you
environment.
work with, right?
Yeah, your work
Just
environment
the
would be
neighbor.
another one. Your neighborhood, the places where you go to the gym, shop, get your hair done. Those are all places where we can be influential for Christ because we frequent those places, right? We're showing up all the time, and those individuals have an opportunity to observe you and how you act and how you react to things.
Because that's
And
key too.
yeah, that is key. And so that's all a part of us being sent out into the world to be influential for Jesus Christ.
And I think one of the things that's important for us thinking about, a lot of times we're saying sent out. A lot of times people feel like they have to go to mission across the seas and do things. But he's saying right where you are, that is your mission field. Stay at home, mom, that's your 2 year old child, or your baby, or your husband, right? That is your neighbor. I think the important thing is to go, will we go? Will we be keen enough to listen to the Lord and saying, Lord, who is it that you wanting me to minister to today? And in that boldness, are you, I feel like me, continue to fail the test because I want the T in hearing, and it's like, okay, how are you responding? And how do you stand in the conviction of the truth of God's word? And what does God's word call you to do? And how does he call you to behave in those settings in which you have sent him? Because also it's a refining process for us, for him to begin to show us like, this is an area you need to grow. It's almost like peeling back the layers of the onion. This the sanctification process, and they're witnessing it as well, and they're seeing the mercy of God, the grace of God, and then we are able to talk about that love, that mercy of who God really is, and hopefully it'll be, I want to know that Jesus.